Can you maybe circle back a little bit? Because I feel like since you're talking to me, maybe we didn't touch on this enough, but
Okay.
like how you went from raising the kids until John Wilson graduated high school to like how your heart changed and how things changed so that you're adopting the three now. Because Kevinson, I think when you started Rev Home, you were already Kevinson's guardian, and the plan was
Yeah.
all already to adopt Kevinson, but now you have your three. So I feel like maybe you didn't explain that.
I never saw Haiti like shutting down and breaking, like with the gangs and all
Yeah.
that stuff. And I wasn't prepared for that. And I think that I felt like I never considered leaving Haiti up
Yeah.
until you left, pretty much. When you left,
Yeah.
I was like, no, I can't do it. And so I just had never put pen to paper of like being so forceful about the adoptions because I knew I was going to be here for them and that was my commitment.
Yeah.
And then as like life changed, and even as things, people started leaving the house and it was a more intimate vibe, it was just like a natural. It, I think that a lot of people, including my family, I've spoke to my family a little bit about it. I think they think the adopt like it makes sense. The adoptions are coming through a necessity of paperwork and citizenship and getting out of Haiti. And that's true. Like we need these papers for traveling to the US and there's no other way to get them. But I know you know this about me, but more than anything, the person that kept me in Haiti, he'll be so embarrassed. And nobody tell him I'm saying this, he'll be so embarrassed. It's true. But the reason that I stayed so long in Haiti is because of John Wilson.
Mm.
I like my connection with John Wilson, I am like a fierce like
Yeah.
protector, and he needs me to protect him, and I have to
And he
protect
was
him.
the baby. When
He
you
was
like,
the
I feel like
baby.
it's natural that you, I mean, obviously you have a special bond with each of
And I
them.
do have one
Like,
with each of them. We could talk
yeah.
about all of them for
But he
sure.
was the baby. Like he was
The
running
baby,
around in diapers. Yeah.
and he was a baby that needed defended. Like people were, I
Yes.
think he was put in situations where
Yeah.
that were really scary. And like I remember my one of my first situations at Rev Home that was really difficult was with John Wilson, and I had to fight for
Yeah.
him to be with us. And I just have a fierce. So I and Noah, we know that story, but maybe
Yeah.
they don't. And I'll say it really fast, but I met
Yeah,
Noah
sure.
when he was two-ish. And I remember telling my friends at the time, like, I'm going to take care of Noah. I have no idea how I'm going to take care of Noah, but I'm going to take care of Noah. Fast forward, and I only told like those two people, I was like, it's weird, but I know I am. And I would visit, I lived at Noah's compound for like 8 months and helped that organization. So I spent time with him. I was like, I know God's gonna, me and Noah are gonna do something great together. I didn't know what at the time. And like, what was it, maybe
You
two
thought you were
years
gonna be his
later?
parent.
Yeah. So 2 years
Like-
later, that crush reached out to me and said, hey, we're looking for a house for Noah. And I was like, what? And they had no idea that I had thought that. Like these people that I worked for had no idea that I had told this friend of mine that I was gonna like one day. And 2.5 years later, she knocks on my door and I was like, well, here we are. So in both outside of Kevinson, who everyone understands our dynamic because they were with us and they saw us together, which I almost didn't know it's different for everyone because teams never saw us like interact
Yeah.
one-on-one like they did with me and Kevinson. But
Yeah.
they both have their own intense God connections with me, where it was just like, yeah, I'll never let John Wilson out of my sight. I will fiercely fight for him, and that's just my vibe with him. And he doesn't need it, so he says, but like that's what I do.
He
And,
does. He's just
and
a
then he does.
preteen.
And then Noah is just like God could not have been more in my face about it, like take care of this kid, and the timing of it and all that. So
Yeah.
I'm ready to hear more than ever. We're just in a family vibe. And